I'm sorry, I'm pulling up the story. So this was actually published last Sunday. NBC Boston, NBC 10 Boston, one of our news stations next door in Mass, in Boston, obviously. I said that already. Sorry.
Where?
Does anybody know? Now, according to NBC Boston, does anybody know what city in New England is considered the most Irish city? Oh, no.
I know.
No, it says the most Irish city in America. Does anybody know?
I do.
In America?
I know this answer.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the
Does
answer?
anybody?
It's Manchester.
It's Manchester, New Hampshire.
Is it really?
Which I think
According
is
to
really weird. I don't know.
it says the Irish heritage celebrated in communities across the United States is rooted in New England. One location in the region is considered the most Irish city in the nation. According to John Clayton, the executive director of Manchester's Historic Association, said it's hard to overstate the influence of the Irish in the history of Manchester. Because of that, they are saying that Manchester, New Hampshire is considered the most Irish city of America.
Yeah, because
And
wasn't
you
it
would think
founded
would
by
be
Irishmen, right?
South Boston.
You would think Southie. Yeah. Southie is the first thing that comes into mind.
Do you know what, though? I think, though, but Boston was settled different. Like, I think Manchester's got so much Irish influence as far as how it was settled, businessmen, so I think that's maybe where they're getting that from.
It's weird because with everybody that, that came, that came from the boats, if you will, from the 1800s and the 1900s. The first two cities that were established, so to speak, everybody obviously hit New York City and then went into different parts. Parts in Virginia and parts of Boston as well. First thing that you think of is Boston and in the Irish culture and the heritage there and so many other.
Yeah, that surprises me. I'm surprised that.
You know what I mean? And then to see that Manchester is the most Irish city of America.
I'm Irish.
I was really happy about that. No, it just brings it brings a certain pride if you really think about it. We work at one of the oldest bars in Manchester, and now for this story, I'm sorry.
Irish bars.
Right.
That's a pub, not a bar, right?
It's a saloon, McGarvey Saloon. Let's call it what it is. It says McGarvey Saloon. But to hear this story and to work at St. Patrick's Day at one of the most Irish places in Manchester, McGarvey's, it just, hey, there's a certain pride there.
I'm going to throw this out there for our listeners. I want you to tell me what the difference between a bar, saloon, and what the friends a pub. What
I know a pub is a place where
what qualifies it as?
Pub is, I think the
think
definition
there's
of.
much of a
Well, you look it
difference.
up. You can look it up. Like
I don't feel like
definitions. Let the listeners do the homework.
So
I don't feel like it.
I know the difference. I think a pub and a saloon are pretty basically the same thing. I think a bar, a pub only serves certain items, or like it's beer and whiskey and it's like a select few things. A bar has a wide range of alcohols, including food. That is my understanding. But you're right. We'll look at this. We'll look this up during commercial break and
Be interesting.
See, now I thought
what the difference is.
here's my theory. Here's what I thought. I thought a saloon meant that there was living space upstairs.
Could be, because saloon was what they called the bars and pubs back in the day.
Oh, they had whores too.
Well, and that's what I thought. maybe.
A pub only has beer, where a bar has a full.
See, I don't think they actually had the word pub. No, I think that they didn't have the word bar in the 1800s.
No,
and I think
the
they
name
had the
has
word.
just changed.
It was
maybe.
saloon, but what you're describing, it was actually called a public house. Now, and the word public was spelled differently. Publick. It was called a public house, where they actually had
Public.
public house, where they actually had. But the thing is a public house. I served food, had entertainment, had housing upstairs, and had the oldest profession in the world as well.
Rooms by the hour then.
So yeah, I know literally.
Which would make sense if you think about it. A saloon McGarvey's was originally a saloon. There's apartments upstairs.
That'd be interesting to find the history of that.
Well, here's the other situation where, yeah, with one of our former bars that we used to work at. I mean, that place was many different things. There was the Anthony's Italian House. It was Five Dragons. It was now it's called it's the new Fa place, Fa Tai Loc. Fata Loc. That was a public house as well. That was, I believe, it had different names too.
Yes.
I think it was called the Saloon as well. And then, yeah, I don't know. I think, I know we could do some searches and we can look
Yeah,
at
if
that.
the listeners are looking out there, post it. If you don't want to call in back.
Message us as well. We're also on our social media apps. We have our Facebook, our Twitter open. There's also a chat right in Spreaker.com. We want to thank Spreaker.com for being our podcast provider. Thank you for that. And a few other things. Don't forget that if you are not able to listen to the show live on here on Sundays at 2 p.m., don't forget you can listen to our shows anytime you want on iHeartRadio and Spotify. Sorry, Spotify. I apologize for that little brain fart there. And you can listen to our shows anytime. Anything else?
I'm good.
Change his mind there.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our first break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the city of Manchester. There was an article that came out badgering, I guess you could say the word badger. Do I agree? Do I disagree? I'm going to give you my thoughts on this. There was someone actually, I don't want to say retaliated, but made a comment about a certain article that came out in the Union Leader a few days ago. We'll talk about that too. We got so much stuff going on. We have our feel-good story. We have so many other stories that make you go, where was the common sense on that one? It's a crazy world. I just think that nowadays, I think the world just needs a reboot. I think we just need we just probably need a new ice age and just start all over.
People need to come with restart buttons like computers.
Isn't that true?
That'll never happen.
No.
More stuff coming up here in Common Sense, New Hampshire. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Kiss Me I'm Irish pin wearer.
Mr. Kiss Me, I'm Irish pin wearer.
What would St. Patrick's Day be without the rich Irish tradition of wearing a pin to beg girls to make out with you?
A look of the Irish.
Your cousin's grandfather's uncle's gardener was Irish, which gives you the right to solicit affection from strangers.
Who you think you're fooling?
Few men are brave enough to use a bad pickup line. Only you are brave enough to say it, put it in writing, and wear it on your chest.
Look at me.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Mr. Patty's Day pickup artist. You have high standards when it comes to women. Anyone who can read.
Mr. Kiss Me, I'm Irish pin wearer.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Some friends started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes two. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese.
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Don't forget, Common Sense New Hampshire is brought to you by Perfect Entertainment. Perfect Entertainment. Expect the unexpected. You have a birthday coming up, a wedding, or if you need planning services for your party, give us a call at 603-879-9300.
If you're looking for some live music and a little fun, then Perfect Entertainment, Nashua's best for DJs and karaoke selection, is your answer. Hailed by the Nashua Telegraph, they do it all from birthday parties to weddings to corporate events. Perfect Entertainment will provide entertainment your family and friends will remember for a lifetime. For more information, visit the Perfect Entertainment page on Facebook. You could also contact them at 247-6470. That's 247-6470.
I've got a perfect puzzle for you. Oompa, loompa, doompa-dee-dee.
Am I right?
If you are wise.
Hey, I'm comfortable. That's all you guys have to worry about. I'm happy now.
Eating as much as an elephant eats.
What? Fat joke. Got it.
Terribly fat. What do you think?
Wait a minute. You're the one wearing purple.
That
You look like, what was it?
The look of it. Oompa, loompa, doompa-dee-dee.
The girl's name in Willy Wonka that got
Violet? Violet. You're turning violet, Violet.
Oh, good movie. It was playing this weekend, too.
It was. I
It
saw
was.
it. Yeah.
I missed it.
It's good. The old one, not the one with Johnny Depp. That
that
was kind
Johnny
of
Depp
weird.
was-
It kind of went out there a little bit, but
But, yeah, that movie came out when I was born.
the Charlie and Chocolate Factory?
No. The Gene Wilder one.
Yeah,
That's the one that she's talking about, right?
Yeah.
The original.
Yeah.
the original.
I want to go and goose.
Wow, the bitch.
Geeses.
The bitch.
I want my geese to lay gold.
She was just needy.
It's my
a
geese to
bitch.
the golden eggs.
She was. Actually, we have a lot of these people in our gardens. The needy people.
I want.
Oh my God.
Am I
Is it
next?
my turn? Is it my turn yet?
Is it-
But I put in 12 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Is it my turn? Is it my turn? All right. Welcome back. I'm sorry. We're off on a tangent here. You're listening to the Common Sense New Hampshire show. I want to thank everybody for being here. You can find our shows on iHeartRadio. Actually, you can find us on iHeartRadio, Spotify. You can also listen to our on-demand shows right from Spreaker.com. Spreaker.com, who is our podcast provider. My name is Bernie here. Kimber is here.
Hi. That guy. That guy's here too. The fat guy, yeah. The fat guy's here too.
I didn't say anything about being fat. Just
My eyes are up here.
you look so cute. And Aaron D, the boss lady, is here, the voice of Common Sense New Hampshire.
Yes, I am.
And one thing I promise you, listeners, that I will make sure that the intro for the show every week
shut up.
will be done
And sit
perfectly
down. Sit
from now
down
on.
and shut up.
Speaking of shitting,
Shitting.
Shitting, huh?
That wasn't me, man.
speaking of sitting down,
Maybe it was. I'm sorry I have to be down there, but I need to extend my leg.
you look so cute. Finally looking up to me.
You look like the kid that's at the adult table.
You got promoted.
This is why we have to have a video so people could see this.
It's coming. Yeah, it's coming. You know, we've been doing this show for
Over a year.
a year and a half now, and there's certain things that we're trying to do. We're trying to upgrade our equipment, and we're trying to do video. So please bear with us.
Can we do a GoFundMe for the show? Can we do that? Is that allowed? Or is that like...
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could.
Have sponsorships and all that stuff? Can
Well,
we do that?
sponsorship is always available. If
Yeah,
you want to
sponsorship's
sponsor,
good.
if you want to sponsor the show, you can. Any denomination, it really doesn't matter. If you want to sponsor the Feel Good Story, or if you want to sponsor the beginning of the show, or a particular segment, or for the hour, we'll take anything at this point.
Because we have four blank walls here. We could put your picture up and show your appreciation, so every time you tune in, you can watch the video and go, hey, that's my picture on the wall.
You will have a commercial spot. We'll definitely mention you on the show, and on social media as well. We come up and we create banners with your logo, or whatever your type of sponsorship you would like. We can do that for
And
you.
you can
as well.
invite me over and I'll eat your food.
That is something totally different, but I guess that's something, Mike, you could do separate.
Okay.
Once again, our phone number is 603-217-5.